So what I was saying is that every single day that I look at TV, when I look at TV, and the reason why I look at linear TV is because I'm in the network business.
Right.
But like AMC always has a documentary about Hitler.
Always.
Always. And he's an interesting character, but I don't believe in nothing he did. But I did want to know, like, what was wrong with this man? Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, number one, Hitler was gay. That's number one.
Hold on, Dan. Hold on.
Hitler was gay.
Where did you get this?
All the documentaries. It was a big scandal.
They all say that?
So if you look at it, number one, they'll say that his father used to abuse him because he was an artist and his father was a public official. He was abusing him because he was gay.
Are you reading between the lines?
Right there. No, I'm gonna get more. Like... No, I'll tell you. Oh, so there was a scandal at some point when he was the Fuhrer. After all was said and done, that they said he was gay and maybe he had a thing with some dude or whatever. And then he did this book and just took all these pictures of him being like heterosexual to control that narrative. But he was also a drug addict. So if he had like problem with his sinus,
the whole army were drug addicts.
The whole time this nigga was high.
Yeah.
So he was poor, and his mother was Jewish. He was Jewish. So he's Jewish and he was gay, and he was a drug addict.
What?
And now it all makes sense. And you know, at certain times,
what was the drug that they would?
Everything. So if he has sinus problems, they'd give him coke. You know how Michael Jackson had to do to give him the laughing gas? He had to do to give everybody everything. He always had a doctor on deck to prescribe him shit.
Now I heard that
the day that they attacked Germany, this nigga was on every kind of drug. He was high.
And so was the army apparently.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, they used to give these guys a form of crack. And that's why the German army was so fierce. They was
because they was high.
They were
but he also used to play with the spacecraft.
Picture mad diesel crackheads just coming.
Hey, yo. I don't want to be disrespectful.
High as a kite, just murdering everything.
Pause.
That's crazy.
Pause. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay with pause. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go.
That pause.
I'm not gonna do that.
So you did this research for what reason?
I didn't do the research. I was flipping through the channels.
And then you just saw man.
Yeah, they be having the nigga in pause in black and white, in color. They colorize it. They have there's so many documentaries that they show on television about Hitler every day.
Yeah.
How would you not watch this? Why do they want us watching it? So if someone's saying and like glorifying Hitler, then you shouldn't be mad at that person. You should be mad at the people that are playing the documentaries that are making them glorify, but they play it every day. You know, like I said, I don't agree with none of that shit.
We learned through Kyrie, that's not how it works.
Well, I mean, bottom line is, media has always been meant to control us.
Right.
Always. And the freedom that we have now is scary to people, and that's why they're trying to control the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? It's scary the fact that a person like any one of us has a platform to say, because of freedom of speech.
And people can choose.
And they can take that, and at any moment they can get the truth or what they can decide. That's how elections are made. Like, so the bottom line is, the way elections are, to me, dictated is a television network goes with whoever they want to win, and then they just make them famous.
Right.
So for me, the reason why, you know, if you look at like Republicans, the last couple of presidents that were Republican, besides the Bushes, and they just knew the game cold. Ronald Reagan was an actor. He was just famous. Donald Trump is just famous. And a lot of people don't pay attention to the details. They just go by what they hear and know every day.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you have actors, billionaires, are all been Republican presidents. And if Fox doesn't back them, it usually doesn't work out for them. You understand? So we've never had our own television network to back one of ours to to talk about that person all day long and to make people understand their vision all day long and make them famous. We've never had our own network.
But we have done it through entertainment. Like, I remember going to concerts. I remember going to concerts and seeing rollouts, huge posters of Obama in the middle of the concert.
Okay, so let me tell you about Obama. He's an ill dude.
Right.
He's an ill dude. When he was first running, he had his man from Harvard come and talk to me. And I'd be at the time I was helping out Jim Jones, and he'd be literally in the studio with like Mel Matrix and Jim, and it was Obama's people, but he was talking to me about trying to make sure that our people were supporting and actually voting.
Right.
And I didn't know if he was the real deal. So I'm telling this man, I don't know if he's the real deal. So he set it up so I could see Obama in 3 different scenarios. So what you do is you raise the money, but you can't give more than $2,500, right?
Right.
So in a big setting, it might be $50 a plate, but it's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. In a medium setting, it might be, $500 a plate. And then in an intimate setting at somebody's house, it'll be like $2,500 a plate, or whatever the number is, I don't remember. But he's also the person that made the legislation so that you can't get but so much money, or someone can't donate more than a certain amount.
Right. Of
and
course.
So the way he arranged it to meet me, because I wanted to meet him, I wanted to see, so they made it where I could go to each one of those settings. And the one where it was $50 a plate, they said, just walk past them and shit, don't even, I walked past him, he gave me a pound and paused in my age, said the almighty Dame Dash, and walked off. I never saw him or spoke to him again after that. But I always met with his advisors. He had women around him, and he was very strategic. Very strategic. There's levels to this shit. And again, I don't think it's dangerous to talk about it because it wasn't nothing wrong what he did. He just made sure. So like I was the person that could translate. I'm like, yo, he with us. He just gives us little signs. Like he gonna put a basketball court in the White House or driving up with the Cadillacs and all that. And again, I don't know, for me, when you become president, it means you can't have a color. And every other race is looking for you to lean toward your race. So if you're gonna do something for your people, you gotta be slick about it. And, Andre Leontali was like that at Vogue as well. Like, he just moved different where he would help you, but the rest of the world couldn't know. So you never know how people are helping because you have to do things a certain way in this kind of environment.
Right.
You know what I mean? But back to the Hitler shit, I was just saying that once I found out that he was gay, he was a creative that was getting his ass beat by his father because he was a creative and possibly because he was gay, that there was a big, scandal with him and a dude, and that validated. But I saw a doc where it was way wilder than that. Like everybody was gay.
Where they was talking a whole bunch of.
Nah, they were just saying that it was just bugged out. Like it was just a very intimate time for men at that minute.
To be honest, bro, I don't know how much I could trust any of that shit because history is told by the victors. And if I don't like you, oh yeah, you was gay, you was doing all types of crazy shit. After I win,
that could be true.
Tarnish everything. I'm
right.
gonna take all your shit that you created that was great.
You're right. But there's nobody that's disputed it. I haven't heard no one's disputed it. Mm-hmm. But maybe I haven't been able to see anything that disputes it. But the point is, that's the narrative that they've been painting, but nobody talks about it. It's not like that's common knowledge. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people should know that because maybe they may understand the root of the trauma he went through and, how he internalized a lot of things.
And how that came back out to the world.
And how it came back out to the world.
Yeah.
But knowing that he was a drug addict might make people say I shouldn't listen to him. He was on drugs. When he made these decisions, he was impaired. He's been hurt. So maybe the people that I think are following him, I might think they're all undercover gay. I might think they've all undercover been beaten for being gay and had to hide who they are, and that's why they relate to that man so much. That's just the way I might think of things. So once you understand the person that people look up to, then you understand the people that are looking up to that person.
Let me tell you something. The nigga on the pill is the life of the party.
True. But now, he
was easy to follow him, right?
And bro, he was designing all of his uniforms, the little mustache, like, he was very intentional about branding.
Yeah.
About, it was all of those things, but it just seemed like he was somebody that was abused.
It's marketing
that just tried to get back at the world.
The marketing and propaganda was next level.
And that's the model that they use today. And that's the model that I'm sick of when it comes to me. Now, I read the 48 Laws of Power just to know, because it's in every fucking music executive office. So I read it to know how people cheat. And one of the main things is you fuck with someone's reputation.
Yeah.
And there's been a group of people, Leor Cohen, Steve Stout, and a couple of others, but those be the main ones that have tried to destroy my reputation for the last 20 years.
Here we are.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.